Holy crap, guys. We have to talk about that Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. Crazy. Okay, first of all, where do I even start? Wow, these games were they were a lot. They had a lot of launch titles. Like right out the gate, they started with Mario Kart World. I'm doing all of this off of okay, backstory. First off, I woke up completely missed a live stream because I decided to sleep in because the live streams are always kind of like choppy as hell to watch anyway. And apparently it crashed during the live stream anyway, so I didn't miss anything. Ended up watching the whole thing at my leisure after I woke up, and I saw the announcement. I saw missing information. I went to find some press releases, and I'm trying to dissect all this. And I'm like, let me just go for a walk and process this stuff, right? So I took Mickey and Minnie out. We went for our usual route, and the whole time I'm trying to dissect what I just saw, and I just can't put together what the hell Nintendo is thinking right now. Okay, well, first off, let me back up a bit. The games look incredible. Mario Kart World 1, that looks awesome. The Donkey Kong Bonanza, that looks awesome. They have, they're doing more innovative things with their software. They're I don't know, I say innovative, but not really. They're kind of just doing an open world thing, right? Mario Kart World is like getting rid of the track transition and allowing you to just drive from race to race without any sort of downtime, which is really, they're trying to eliminate load times, right? Donkey Kong Bonanza is like a big open 3D environment thing. And, I should probably preface this with, I'm a huge gamer, right? I don't know if you probably don't realize that, but I am a huge lover of video games. I mean, Nintendo too, sure, but video games in general, right? My very first console I ever had was a Sega Genesis handheld. Game Gear is what it was called. Like their competitor to the Nintendo Game Boy back in the day. So I've been around for quite a while gaming, right? I got that little guy when I was 5 years old. I actually still have it. My very first console. It's the only console I do still have, and I sold pretty much everything else. But there's since then I've had Nintendos, Xboxes, PlayStations throughout the years. I'm just a lover of games, right? I currently do not own a PlayStation 5 because that is way too much money for me to justify spending on a single console. So I can't, $450 is like the base price for, I think, something like that. Yeah, 450 for a digital version of the PlayStation 5 and 500 for like the regular disc drive version. And man, I don't know about the rest of the world, but like saying money's tight is like, money was tight back in like 2017. Now it's like it's stranglehold. It's not, forget tight, right? So pinching pennies is kind of becoming a norm, I think, with a lot of people now. And it's not even, I say me. I know I'm not an isolated incident. I live in a relatively big city, and you see a lot of poverty, everywhere. I think that in the larger communities around the world, most people, well, I say in the world, back up, in America, a lot of large communities in America right now may have some sort of economic disparity. I can't really dance around it too much. I'll just straight up say it. Because of the current state of our administration, a lot of people are hurting right now, and it's gonna get worse because we're at the I say start of a long multi-year process, as it seems. So I don't. My point is to say, like, I was around for the where you are. There we go. The launch of the original Nintendo Switch, right? 7+ years ago. My finances back then were way better. Like if you told me, Switch 2 was coming out in like 4 people, yeah, no problem, I can handle that. That's a couple paychecks or a paycheck, whatever, or some savings, and take care of it. But whatever. My point is that like if you really wanted it, it was more tangible, right? And I say that, and I haven't even spoke about the price because Nintendo went this entire presentation without speaking of the price. They showed off these amazing games. I'm only talking about two, but like my thoughts are everywhere. This is completely unfiltered. I'm all over the place, guys. This is like I don't know, like 30 minutes off of me, maybe 45 of me watching the presentation, and I'm processing all this. And they announced so many games I can't even keep them straight. There's a lot of uh, uh, games that we're waiting to get news on that are coming out. There are a lot of third party titles that are coming to the Switch, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. They're bringing Cyberpunk to it. This thing's going to be running at like handheld mode, 1080p up to 120 frames a second, depending on the software. And I want to say docked as well too is going to be able to hit 4K 60 for some titles, but it is they're doing a lot with this thing, right? As far as graphics go, it's everything I expected it to be, right? You're not getting a 4K portable version of a game, right? Like the games are going to run in 4K portably on the device, but if you put it docked into your TV and the TV's compatible, obviously, that is going to have HDR support natively on the console. They're getting rid of the OLED screen, right? So if you're like me, I have a Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch OLED. I don't know. Do I want to upgrade to this thing? No. And honestly, here's the kicker too. Like I guess their gimmick for this new system is that they are doing a mouse pad track thing, and I'll be honest, that seems like it's an in-house Nintendo thing. Like I can't imagine an actual third-party developer or developers plural consistently putting time and effort into making a game that utilizes a mouse function feature. Because like, why not just make a game for PC, right, with like mouse and keyboard support? Like, it just doesn't make sense. The gimmick, and they always have a gimmick, right? Like the Wii had the separate Joy-Con, right? Nunchucks is what they were called back then, or something like that. Wiimotes with the nunchucks, right? That was a thing. And then the Wii U with the gamepad, they basically just merged both of those two ideas together to form the original Switch. And that was the most innovative thing Nintendo has ever done. And clearly the numbers show that. Sales-wise, it shows that. But they're not going to deviate from that. Obviously, don't want them to. But I want them to improve on it, right? I don't know how. I'm not a hardware developer at Nintendo. But that was my biggest disappointment with this thing. I wanted the Switch 2 to really push the envelope of what Nintendo's already established for themselves. Like, they are the only ones breaking the mold. As far as I'm concerned, and everyone else in the world, honestly, Nintendo won the console wars between everyone. It's over. Nintendo dropped the ball. They're the only ones who are still putting out hardware and software in the year of our Lord 2025, which is actually innovative. And more on the software side of innovation than the hardware side now times. Now, right, I'm a little disappointed about that, as well as the pricing. They didn't say anything in their entire showcase about the pricing, but upon looking at different news publications, and the news was breaking, coming out, I find out they're pricing it at $450. $450 for upgraded graphics, more pixels on the screen, a bigger screen, and the ability to buy games that will cost upwards to $80 to $90 on the Switch 2. Again, and this was information that was let out in press releases that went on, right? But yes, you heard that right. Nintendo Switch 2 games digitally can cost up to $80 and physically can cost up to $90. And this is all before GTA 6 has been announced, like price-wise, mind you. Like we still don't know what the price of that game is going to be. from Rockstar. I guess everyone's kind of guessing. Oh yeah, we might even get like $100 games. That's the rumor. We don't know, but it's a rumor. This is we're in territories now where like gaming is becoming more, or is going to get pushed out of the mainstream that the COVID-19 pandemic launched it into. Right, Nintendo saw unprecedented success during the pandemic because they offered a life simulator when people couldn't have a life. It was great for sales. And so when you take all that success, you know, like where do you go from here? Nintendo needs to make more money, but their answer is not be competitive price wise. Because let me throw something else out there at you. For $300, $299 plus tax, you know, whatever. I guess in territories will vary. You can get an Xbox Series S, which again isn't a portable system, right? But stay with me here. Can run games natively at, if your display accepts it, 4K, not 60 but 30, which is a thing. You can run games at 120 frames a second at 1440p, not 1080, 1440p. If again you have a monitor or a TV that supports it, right? For $300. Now Nintendo's saying, okay, so the just forget that. You can make your games portable too, on top of all that, and we're only going to charge you $150 more. Now, mind all that, forget that, right? But then also, if you really want to, they're spending money trying to, I say money, they're charging people more money than Xboxes to play their games online over a course of a year, right? With not much, let's say in terms of value, I think to show for it. You have a lot of nostalgia games out there, right? Like, but let's be honest, guys, emulation's a thing. If a lot of the guys my age, if you want to play games like this, you have other ways to get these games out there. So I mean, but the fact that they're natively available, not natively through a streaming service that you have to have Nintendo Switch Online to get, it's just you can't. I don't know. I don't know. And then what I don't know. I get what you're downloading the games. I lied. I guess because you're downloading the application, so it's not streaming the entire time. Let me take that back. But my point is that you have the separate online service and then an expansion plus service that they're offering nostalgia bait. In a word, that's what it is. It's really just it's nostalgia for people. And Xbox has something really special. And I'm going to sound like an Xbox fanboy right now, but I'm talking in sheer value terms, right? Like if we're talking price wise, and I just want to play games and have fun being a gamer and experience the most games for the best value, I'm going with Xbox. Because Xbox Game Pass already beats out the library of games that Nintendo offers already. And they do put day one release games on their consoles, which, as far as Xbox is concerned, they have a pretty stacked lineup coming up this year. You know, and I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm a Pokemon head, you know, so I see this as like better looking ZA machine for $450. And it's possible that Switch 2 version of the game is going to cost more than the Switch 1 version of the game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's my first time ever talking about games or gaming on this channel, which is weird because I'm a huge gamer. So I'm currently in my like Stardew Valley phase right now, so I'm having a blast falling back in love with that game. After my girlfriend and I played it over the past week, that's where I've been. She came to visit, so hi baby, if you're seeing this. But anyway, I really do hope that, you know, the release date's soon. It's June. It's coming up soon. You know, I honestly I don't really have any hopes for the Switch. I don't care if people buy it or not. I don't think many people will buy it. I think it's going to be a PS5 Pro situation. Enthusiasts are always going to be enthusiasts. So Nintendo are going to have those hardcore fans that will buy it day one. But you're going to see a lot of unhappy scalpers in the first few months after it releases. June 5th. June 5th is the release date. But anyway, this video has run the longest one I've ever made. I'm talking way too long at this point. This is like just thoughts about the announcement today that happened. Let me know what you guys think. Comments below. Down there somewhere. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Taylor Made Talks episode, I don't know, 5, 6 or something. I can't count. Anyway, bye.